So you're starting a new job, maybe in an international workplace. That can be a little nerve-wracking, right? One of the first things you got to do is just talk to people. Talk about the people in your life. In this explainer, we're going to give you all the essential English you need to do that with confidence, whether you're talking about your family, your colleagues, or your friends. Let's dive in. It seems like a simple question, doesn't it? But answering it well, feeling comfortable doing it, can make a huge difference when you're building those new relationships. Our whole goal here is to make sure that by the end of this, you can answer with a really confident yes. Okay, so we've got a simple 5-step plan for you. First, we'll cover the basic words. Who are your people? Then we'll look at how to show who belongs to who. After that, we'll get into asking the right questions and, of course, giving the right answers. And finally, the best part, we'll put it all into practice with a real conversation. All right, first things first, we have to start with the building blocks, right? The vocabulary. You can't talk about people if you don't have the words. So let's begin with the people who are probably closest to you. Here are the big ones for family. You've got your immediate family, like your wife, husband, son, or daughter. And then your extended family, like a nephew or a niece. Now, a quick tip on pronunciation for daughter. It can be tricky. It's not a hard tuh sound. It's softer, almost like a D. Give it a try. Daughter. Nice. Okay, special tip time. This is a big one that trips a lot of people up. In English, if you hear someone say, I want to start a family, they're almost always talking about having children. It's not just about getting married. It's a small cultural thing, but it's really useful to know. Now, when it comes to work, things get a little easier, thankfully. You've got your boss, your team, or your crew, and then the people you work alongside. You can call them colleagues, or you can call them coworkers. They mean the exact same thing, totally interchangeable. And what about your social life? Well, you have your friends, and of course, your best friend. Maybe you have a neighbor you say hi to. And here's a really, really important one to remember. A friend is just a friend. A boyfriend or a girlfriend is someone you're in a romantic relationship with. That's a key difference. Okay, so we have the words. Great. But how do we actually connect them to people? Well, that's where a little bit of grammar comes in. Don't worry, it's easy. We're talking about possessives, how to show that something or someone belongs to someone else. This is so simple, but so powerful. Words like my, your, her, his show who owns what. And the one super important rule to remember, they always go right before the noun. For example, that is my boss, or her son is 5 years old. All right, get ready for this one. This is probably one of the biggest mistakes in English. I mean, even native speakers get this wrong all the time. It's with no apostrophe is possessive, like his or her. For example, the company changed its name, but it's with an apostrophe is just a short way to say it is, as in it's a big company. If you can get this right, you'll sound incredibly sharp. So what if you're not just saying his phone, but you want to say the phone belongs to Anna? Super simple. You just add an apostrophe S right onto their name. So you get Anna's phone or my brother's car. You'll hear this at work all the time, like, this is Kareem. He's my boss's assistant. Okay, you've got the words, you've got the grammar. Now it's time to actually use it. Conversation is a two-way street, right? Asking questions is how you show you're actually interested, and it's the absolute best way to really get to know someone. Think of these question words as your personal conversation toolkit. When is for time, where is for places, what for things, who for people, and how many for a number. You can see some really great examples here of how you can use these to learn about your new colleagues. Oh, and here is a fantastic little trick to make you sound way more natural. Instead of saying something formal like, what is the name of your boss? You can just say, what's your boss called? It's much more common, much friendlier. It's just how people actually talk. So asking good questions is one thing, but what about giving the right answers? That's the other half of the puzzle. And believe it or not, there's a really simple secret to getting it right every single time. Here it is, the golden rule. You just have to match the verb. Seriously, that's it. Look at how the question starts. If someone asks, do you like pizza? You answer, yes, I do. If they ask, are you an engineer? You say, yes, I am. It's that easy. You just echo the verb they used. Let me show you exactly what I mean by showing you a super common mistake. If someone asks, do you like ice cream? It's wrong to say, yes, I am. It just doesn't connect. The question started with do, so your answer has to use do. Yes, I do. Just listen for that first word. It's the key. All right, this is the moment we've been waiting for. It's time to put all these pieces together. We've got the words, the grammar, the questions, the answers. Let's see what it looks like in a real, natural conversation at work. So, how do you even begin? You need some easy conversation starters, some icebreakers. These are perfect. Hi there is simple and friendly. Nice to meet you is just essential. And what about you? Oh, that one is gold. It's the easiest way to keep a conversation going. Okay, so let's picture this. Marco sees a new face in the office. How did he start? Like this. Hi there, I'm Marco. Nice to meet you. Simple, confident, friendly. A perfect start. And look at Rashid's reply. It's so friendly and natural. He just mirrors what Marco said. Nice to meet you too, and says his name. The conversation is off and running. Now Marco keeps it going with one of our key question words, where? But pay attention to what Rashid does. He answers and then boom, he hits him with, what about you? That's how you keep a conversation alive. You pass the ball right back. So Marco answers and asks another great question to learn more. What do you do here? And when Rashid answers, they find that connection. That, oh, me too moment. That's everything. That is how friendships at work start, with simple questions and finding something you share. So there you have it. The words, the grammar, the whole strategy. You officially have everything you need to confidently talk about the people in your life. So the only real question left is, who are you going to go start a conversation with tomorrow?